I tell you what, the last probably 3 or 4 songs that you've done has got to be big selling records because they've had so much airplay and you hear so much about them, so they got to be good. And like nowadays, you can hear a record that gets played and it don't sell that much.
Right.
But these records were hot records.
You know, one of the things about it, how you can really gauge that is, and I'm real fortunate in this respect, that you still hear all of our records that we've had. You know, like you still hear Miami,
right.
Miami, you still hear 10 Feet Away, you still hear Homecoming 63. Not just my current record, but a lot of those, like Miami's is one of the hottest recurrent records of any, you know, so that's a good indication of whether or not a record has sold if you still get requests and everything.
Of course, the trades now also carry the sales, and the hot records, they pretty well carried all the way straight across, not only where it is in the charts, but what it's doing.
Right.
And I guess you and Randy Travis and several other guys, the newcomers, really not newcomers, but newcomers to the charts.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I seen straight across the board, all the way across. It was just following, you know, hot airplay, hot sales, everything was all the same. So it's good to have a record that's not just a record that's hyped up there, and it's, you know, that it's a true record. Everybody's hearing it and everybody's buying it, you know.
That's great. I feel so fortunate because I'm basically now in a position where I'm really just living out a dream, you know, that I've had all my life. I'm getting to do things, you know. I always wanted to have my own band and have a bus and be having hit records, and we're doing just exactly that, you know. And every day, sometimes I wake up, I have to pinch myself to make sure of. You know, I expect to wake up some morning and be back in the back seat of an old Pontiac station wagon, you know, with 6 guys and an upright bass, you know, and
your ear hooked to the handle again.
You got it, you know.
Well, I tell you what, man, it's good. What would you say to some guys out there, you know, that like the Trucks group here? Now, that's just as good a group as you'll hear anywhere.
You know, we have
hang in there, right?
Absolutely. We have worked, you know, in all across the country, and I'm just amazed at how good a lot of the bands that open for us are. You know, people that you've never heard of. I have heard of the Trucks group, and like you say, they are one of as good a groups as you hear anywhere. And if I can give any advice to anybody like that, it's just, man, I know where you are. I've been there myself, and just hang in there. It's real easy to get discouraged, but if you do have talent such as this group, and if you're just able to hang in there, you know, and don't get discouraged and believe in yourself, sooner or later, you know, you'll get a break of some sort. You know, it may not be exactly what you want or exactly what you expect, but if you're able to persevere and to hang in there long enough, it'll happen. It was a long time happening for me, and like I say, there were times that I got discouraged and thought maybe I should be doing something else and just, you know, sing for myself and my own satisfaction. But fortunately, I didn't give up. I hung right in there.